Good afternoon. I'm Patrice Dayton in for Susan Dinkle. It is Thursday, January 24th. Hate crimes are no foreign concept. The Jewish community in Terre Haute wants to stress actions come from knowledge or the lack thereof. News 10's Jordan Kudish joins us now live from the United Hebrew congregation in Terre Haute. She explains how they feel a hate crime law could benefit the community in more ways than one.
Patrice, we've talked to you before about a proposal for a hate crime bill. Indiana is 1 out of 5 states that does not have a hate crime law. I spoke with one woman today at the United Hebrew congregation, and she says that regardless of your religion, everybody should be protected. Betsy Frank is the president of the United Hebrew congregation here in Terre Haute. She says hate crimes stem from not knowing your neighbor.
I think not knowing who you're directing your actions against. Often you act out of fear, lack of knowledge. That's why it's so important that in a small community, people know the Jewish community, who we are.
The Jewish community has been in Terre Haute for 170 years. It's one of the original sacred places of Indiana. The congregation itself may be small, but they do what they can to keep their presence alive.
I want to know that I'm welcome in this community and there's a place for me. And that's why we're very committed to maintaining this congregation.
Hate crimes, including the anti-Semitic vandalism at Carmel, Indiana synagogue in July, to the Pittsburgh massacre in October. Frank wants to stress that these incidents were not related to her temple. But in general, they've made it harder on those in this community to feel safe.
Well, it's a little frightening, but we know that there's a lot of support for us in this community, and I think that's so important.
The passing of this law would let the Jewish community in Terre Haute know they're not alone.
It helps us know that the Terre Haute community is very supportive of our tiny little Jewish community.
Frank wants people to know that there is no connection between lack of membership and hate crimes, but she says it's a way to show that the legislation cares about the people.
It does say Indiana is a place that we care about our citizens and that we will go after people that attack any group of citizens in the state of Indiana because of hate.
Frank says that being Jewish is a part of who she is and her identity, and that no hate crime can change that. But she said it would help if she had some support from her community. At the top of the hour, I'll talk to you more about how this community is making sure that this congregation stays alive. Live in Terre Haute, I'm Jordan Kudish with News 10.